Our lesson today is lessons schools don't teach. This is the second part of this lesson, and the first lesson was done in a previous video. Maybe you could go and check it. These are extra lessons that maybe you will not find them in any school. And we say that life actually looks out for them. These lessons build out emotional intelligence. These lessons build out your mind and your attitude. Now, today, we're going to move to the second lesson, which is on motivation. The previous lesson was on mindset. You see, we notice that schools only teach to an extent. They prepare people for career and they teach only academic knowledge. Now, academic knowledge is acquired through formal education and research. That's where you learn reading, writing, reasoning, arithmetic. Yeah, academic is arithmetic, language, art, and sciences. Yet that is only one dimension of learning. How about where we get knowledge of myself, knowledge of values, belief, experiences? How do you learn to deal with emotions? How do you know your own emotions, your personality? Will school teach you your family tree or blood group? Probably not. That's why we call this segment lessons that school don't teach. So we teach you to learn about yourself. But we also teach you to understand the spiritual. What is spiritual? Understanding existence, origin, meaning, beliefs, the divine powers, the great controversy, and the subjects of salvation. That's kind of a lesson you will find in churches, but I think most churches you will find twisted spiritual knowledge. Actually, twisted spiritual misunderstanding. And so, where is the best place to find good spiritual knowledge? I will direct you to the Bible. If your church teaches the Bible, then you are likely to be on the right track in gathering spiritual knowledge. Well, if you go to church and you find that they are teaching something outside the Bible, you are at liberty, because suppose someone is teaching you something that is not true. Let's say you go to school and realize they are teaching you that the area of a rectangle is not a half base times height. You will be in big problem with the world. But let's move on here. There's also career education. Career education is the skills and knowledge and expertise acquired in a job profession when you go for attachment. And make no mistake about it, it is important to grow in all the dimensions of knowledge. Yeah, get internship, get work experience, but much more, you want to know how to translate knowledge into earning, much more than career knowledge, sitting in a big office with a title, but there's no compensation. I told you a good job will offer you connection. A good job will offer you creativity, connection with people, connection with your purpose, creativity to, upgrade the world, to do something new, to do something your own way. A good job will give you contribution that when you finish, you feel like I have done something new. I have added to the body of knowledge. But also a good job will give you compensation. So don't stay there and say, I'm growing in my career, but there's no compensation. Soon you will require it. So get a balance of all your, career education. And financial education is also important. In fact, our next series after this lesson that schools don't teach, one of the lessons they don't teach is on finances. So I want you to keep on this channel and just check what are the financial knowledge you need to know. Somebody said economics is major. So people should major on economics. What do you think? People should major on economics. Economics is major. How to make money, all right? How to grow your income, the value of a shilling and a dollar, earning from your skills and passion, spending, investing, growing your income, translating money into other forms like wealth, and how to store them, how to invest in different areas, networks, things like that, how to invest money in your networks, how to invest to grow your family, to grow your experience. All that is a lesson coming up if you're following these sessions. And probably, maybe, we will not broadcast those ones because those are high-level lessons. So you don't want to miss the link that leads you to the specific group where this information is shared, because we can't share everything for obviously reasons. So please look out for the link that I will post with this video. Look out for the group that wakes up 5 o'clock. There's a reason why we teach these things at 5 o'clock, because they are life-changing and we want you to get them early. So don't miss either of those two. Don't be comfortable that I will always share the video. One day I will not. If you find value in this video, kindly subscribe so that in the channel that gives it to you, you can always get it. So today we're going to learn one of the important things. One of the important things that a lot of people don't know is motivation. Let's start here with the story of Grandpa. Now, Grandpa was asleep, and then the kids of a holiday that came in, the grandchildren, looked at Grandpa and they loved his mustache. So they picked some rotten cheese, and while Grandpa was asleep, they sneaked in and smeared rotten cheese on his mustache. It was bad smelling. So Grandpa just enjoyed sleep in a bad smell. It didn't affect him while he was asleep. But when he woke up, he started complaining that the living room was smelling something foul. And he kept sniffing, and he was quarreling everyone. Something is smelling in the house. Something is smelling in the house. He kept looking for it. Grandpa went to the kitchen. Well, the kitchen too was smelling. Grandpa said, something is smelling even in the kitchen. Something is smelling even in the kitchen. Grandpa continued looking for what was smelling. He went outside. I thought it was the house that was smelling. He went outside. Something was smelling in the compound. And the kids were laughing. Now, that's a good classic story on motivation. The other thing about motivation, the other name we can use is attitude. How you look at things. When there is rotten cheese on your mustache, every room will be smelling. A good story there. You know, motivation or attitude is how you feel, the energy you bring to life, whether you take responsibility, whether you think everyone is, today is a bad day. There are all kinds of motivation and moods. Another way to describe it is your attitude. Here's an example. You can decide, if this is how they teach in this school, I'm not taking my schoolwork seriously. Well, if you continue like that for all the time you're in school, do you think you will ever get a good grade? No, you will evidently fail. Well, let's say you have an attitude like this. If this is all they are paying, I am not coming early, I am leaving late, and I'm not going to do any extra work. Okay. You know, if you continue with that kind of an attitude, you won't grow, you won't increase and improve in your career. How about if you decided to say, even if they pay this much, by the way, let me correct you. That is not all they pay. That is all they pay you. In the same company, there's someone who is paid 10 times more than you. In a future lecture, I will teach you why they pay you that amount and somebody they pay 10 times. But look here, you come in early. Like, you know, I could decide and say, if these are the only people that join, this is how I'm going to teach. I'm not going to teach today. No. There is something called calibrated attitude, and I'm going to teach you about that. Now, friends, let me just pause for a while the video here. I want to just talk to you about something that I have written on without a screen involving your face. Let me tell you, attitude is so important. Don't say this is all they pay me, so I want to wake up early. When you wake up early, it is a sign you're saying, I am investing in my future. I am investing in my ability to handle the job, in my attitude, in my posture of handling anything that comes to me. Now, the truth is this. If you want to notice a bad attitude, can you check this out? John Maxwell is a good guru on leadership. He writes about signs of bad attitude. Let me see if I can give them to you in this chat. You know, there are people whom I'm teaching live here, so you might miss them. I can decide that I ask you to just read it on the chat. That's why you don't want to be just comfortable with watching these things later. You need to be in the session, and you also need to learn how to wake up early. One of the videos I spoke about how to prime your night, how to sleep. We call it make your bed, and then how to wake up, because some of us, waking up is a problem. Now, signs of bad attitude. Can we read them together? Number one, inability to admit wrongdoing is a sign of bad attitude. Failing to forgive, bad attitude. Petty jealousy. But jealousy is a half of witchcraft. I can be quoted for that later. Trying to be noticed, bad attitude. Craving attention, bad attitude. Itching for compliment, bad attitude. You think life rotates around you. Needing to be important. Okay. I think I've given enough lists. The rest of the list is on the chart. Those of you who are here, you can get to read it. Now, we want to tune our attitudes. There's a salesman. I'll tell you the story of the salesman in a short while. Just hold it on. Now, if you want to know why good attitude is important, good attitude actually calibrates your emotional intelligence. And EQ has a lot to do with your attitude and how you deal with people. And it has shown up in many ways. It helps you to think clearly when you conflict people or people conflict you, communicate effectively when you have something to say. It fosters unity in groups. EQ will reduce polarizing statements. I think some of our leaders should take this course. It's Albert Einstein who said the measure of intelligence is the ability to change and being malleable and pliable in your emotions. You get into a difficult situation, you start realizing, okay, it might not be the situation. It might be my mustache that I need to wash. It helps you to live out successfully and get a happy life. Today, I'm going to teach you this lesson that schools don't teach. How do you cultivate your attitude? I'm going to give you some examples, something I want you to do today, and post on the link something of these things that I'm going to list that I want you to use in building up your attitude. Let's go back as I keep sharing this lesson. Let me just go back to the PowerPoint. How do you build attitude? Now, here is a story of a salesman. Then I'll tell you, I give you some 5 or 6 things you're going to do today to build your attitude. You see, what you know, that was yesterday or the previous lesson, just look out for it. The first lesson schools don't teach, mindset, what you know. But not just what you know, how you got to know it. It affects how you feel. Maybe it's the knowledge you don't have why you have poor grades. Maybe it's the knowledge you don't have why you have poor attitude. Now, today, you got some knowledge on how to build attitude. There was a salesman from Chicago sent from this shoe company that wanted to open into a village. So he was sent. The first time he was told, we want to increase our sales to 1,000. So go out there, get people who want shoes, who need shoes, help them to buy. So the guy went to a village, and when he walked into the village, everyone was barefooted. He called his company and said, cancel the whole project. Nobody here needs the shoes. Well, of course, as a salesman, if you don't sell, you're not going to be paid. The next salesman was sent, same village, same company, same objective. He reached there, the guys came up, barefooted. He said, increase the number of shoes to 1,000. Why? He said, because everyone here needs them. Do you understand the difference between attitude? Today, I'm going to give you examples of how to build attitude. I have put some on the chart. Have you recognized some of them that you know? Today, I want you, when you start your day, pay attention. First of all, how to organize your attitude. Plan your day and have a realistic, achievable goal. In one of the lessons, I'll teach you the steps of how to write. And I think I have it here. Not today. I won't teach it today because I've used enough time for this lesson. I'll just end this lesson here today. I think I'll do this in 2 parts because attitude is a big thing. So when you don't plan your day, you will be reactive. When you don't have a vision, because attitude has a lot to do with how you feel, all right? Attitude has a lot to do with how you feel. Question is, how you feel about what? Yeah, how you feel about the past, how you feel about the future. Okay, the past can be helped by just journaling. If something went wrong in your life, we said the past is a school to learn from, not a club to beat yourself with. So when things go wrong in your past, you must take some time. This is also a lesson that I already taught on how to journal. I gave you skills. The lesson is called the neglected necessities, the skills of journaling. You see, there's pen journaling where you just write what happened to you yesterday. You just go back into who showed up, how did I feel, recording, anything remarkable. Did you notice any needs, any problems? Because money hides in problems. Who came up? Who was there? Because money hides in people. If you don't have networks, you will be poor. What did they do? What were your achievements? And then there is what we call process journaling. Something bad really happened to you. You take some time and reflect on it. You write it down, those events. You filter them. When you write down, the information slows down through your filters of values. So if you don't know how to journal, please look out for that lesson, how to ponder and analyze. And of course, some of you might need the help of a physical journal. I have a Jailbreak journal that you can order anytime and it can be delivered to you. Yesterday, I was so happy to deliver to a client within Nairobi. Of course, these lessons go outside. We've not organized the shipping if you're outside the city of Nairobi. So why is writing important? Writing will help you also to find things that are praiseworthy. So praise is where you write 3 things that you have done well. You write out something that is good about someone. You record other people's gratitude. Maybe someone thanked you for something. Then you grow to become thankful, because and then of course there's also the plan journaling, just by review. A plan journaling is where you write out your goals, you write out your project. Like today I have a project I have to work on. You write out tasks that you're going to perform. So the journal gives you about a place where you can not only write your top 4 or priorities of the day. This is a potent journal. It's written from a point of view of helping you to grow your productivity. It gives you clarity. Most people don't do well because they lack clarity, not that they lack ability. They have ability, but they haven't been taught. Now, the value of that journaling ends in prayer, when you can actually take some time and actually pray. Okay, that was all about journaling. Even prayer is taught in that lesson. You see, let me tell you, how you feel about everything affects how you do in the day. Okay, how you feel about your past, how you feel about people, how you feel about yourself. So today I want to ask you, let me give you some practical exercise here. I want to give you some practical exercise here of how to fine-tune your attitude. Would you want to get it? Yeah. Today I want you to go and what you need to do is, when you've prepared for the day, prepare for an opportunity in the day. Pay attention and monitor how you look. Do you notice the day you dress well, you almost want to greet everyone and you have a good attitude, even you are dressing? So number 1, plan for your day. Have a realistic, achievable goal. If you have a problem of writing your goals, just check out on one of the previous lessons. It has something to do with how to write your vision. Number 2, prepare for opportunity every day. That means work with a journal where you can take notes. You prepare to meet someone important. Will be introduced to somebody who will change your life, and then just reflect on an area in your life you need to improve, because when you walk around, you will always find someone who wants to help you improve in that area. Number 3, dress well. It changes attitude, how you look, your image. Number 4, at the end of the day, take a moment to journal about your most excellent attitude. Write specific actions that you need to do to correct bad attitude or attitude lapse. Number 5, greet people with a warm, firm handshake, a genuine smile. There's a guy in our country who eats on handshake. Then, number 5, within the 3 seconds of holding someone's hand, craft something good to say about them, not about you. That is the first thing. Appreciate their something. No, don't be too gross in their look, maybe their dress. Just casual telling someone, you today look very nice. You don't have to comment on specifically the skirt. All right. And then within that, before, as they prepare to respond, watch their response. As they prepare to respond, while you're still holding their hands, now you can leave their hands go slowly and then ask them something about themselves. Don't ask about yourself, because one of the signs of a bad attitude is being the center. This could help this world so much more. And then value people. Look out for practical ways to communicate value and respect. When you're passing the watchman, pause for a while and thank them for opening for you the gate. And then put yourself in a position that requires you to lead. Yeah, that requires you to offer guidance. That would help your attitude. And then treat others treat people as individuals. Don't treat people as groups. That would be important. Then practice humility. I hope that can help you to build up your attitude. We try to give you practical lessons, and until next time, stay blessed. I hope that you will find those lessons important, even though they have not been taught in your school.